Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to Outdoor Indoor Texan. Let's make honey-cured venison backstrap. And yeah, this was a new one for me too. I recently ran across a viral video where someone cured a steak in honey, and they were raving about the results. So I thought, why not deer meat? I grabbed a backstrap and a bottle of honey to see what the fuss was all about, and let me tell you, you're gonna wanna try this. Getting right to it, start out with a piece of backstrap and season it like you would for any regular cook. I personally just use flaky kosher salt, cracked black pepper, and just a little bit of garlic powder. After the seasoning, place your backstrap in a vacuum bag or a regular old Ziploc if you're balling on a budget, and start adding your honey until the backstrap is completely covered. I'm using a very basic Kroger brand clover honey, which honestly worked out great, but if you can find raw local honey, I would expect the results to be even better. Now seal up your bag where there's zero oxygen and the meat is entirely covered in honey. And once you've done that, just toss it in your fridge and let it sit for 7 days. 1 week later, your backstrap should look something like this. While it sat in your fridge, the honey penetrated the venison and added a sweetness and depth of flavor to the meat. Honey acts as a natural preservative as well as a tenderizer, and it can even change the color of the meat to a much darker and richer tone. Take your backstrap out of the bag, wipe off any leftover honey off of the surface, and then season it with some flaky kosher salt. I skipped adding more pepper or other rubs of any type at this step because I really wanted to see what the honey was offering to the process. After the salt, cook your backstrap like you normally would and pull it once it hits your target temp. I personally aim for an internal temp between 120 to 125 degrees Fahrenheit, so it'll move up to rare or medium rare while resting. But if you prefer a little bit more done, you do you. Another big benefit of honey curing meat is all that sugar creates a beautiful caramelized crust when you start searing the sides. As the sugar browns, it adds a rich, complex flavor to the meat, and that crust locks in all the juices. Be careful with your heat though. You'll want to use low to medium heat to bring it up to temp gently. Or if you're grilling your backstrap outside, place your meat away from direct flame so the sugar doesn't overburn and get overly bitter. After searing all sides and letting it rest, I honestly couldn't believe how good it was. I even cooked this meat to medium by accident because I was too busy fiddling with my camera, and it was still plenty tender and very tasty. The taste reminds me a lot of Chinese takeout spare ribs. It's a rich, juicy, tender meat with just the right hint of sweetness in the back. If you're tired of the same old backstrap recipes and want to try something new, or you just like tinkering around in the kitchen as much as I do, this one is an easy way to completely transform deer meat to something interesting and honestly, really good. That'll do it for this one, and thank you all so much for watching. I'm always happy to hear from my viewers, so feel free to leave any questions or feedback in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, it means the world to me, and you'll have access to countless recipes with more content to come. All right, y'all, take care.